Was a shy little raccoon who loved hearing stories about faraway places, but he had never gone on an adventure himself. One quiet night, he heard a soft chug-chug and a gentle whistle echo through the woods. When he peeked out of his den, he saw something magical, a glowing silver train parked in the clearing. A tall fox in a starry vest stepped out and called, "Midnight train to Dreamland, last call." Milo's eyes widened. He grabbed his scarf, took a deep breath, and climbed aboard. Inside the train, animals from all over were curled up in cozy seats. A bear sipped cocoa, a deer read a glowing book, and stars sparkled outside the windows. The train whooshed into the sky, gliding on beams of moonlight. They passed floating islands, sleepy clouds, and even waved to a yawning dragon snoozing on a comet. Milo watched in awe, his heart racing with excitement. Soon, they arrived in Dreamland, a magical world of glowing flowers and soft lullabies. Milo played with cloud creatures and floated in bubbles that whispered bedtime songs. But before long, the fox conductor called, "Time to return." The train gently carried Milo back through the sky, landing right outside his cozy den. He snuggled into bed, eyes heavy with sleep, and smiled. Tonight, he had his own story to dream about. She was a curious little girl who loved to explore the forest behind her house. Every day after school, she would wander into the trees, collecting shiny rocks and pretending she was a brave explorer. One sunny afternoon, she wandered farther than usual and found a tree she had never seen before. It was tall and wide, with bark that looked like it had been braided and leaves that shimmered silver in the sunlight. Billy stepped closer and whispered, "Hello?" To her surprise, the tree answered, "Hello, Tilly." Her eyes widened. "You? You can talk?" From that day on, Tilly visited the tree every afternoon. She told it stories about her day, sang it silly songs, and asked questions about the forest. The tree became her best friend. It told her secrets, like how the wind carried messages between trees, how fireflies danced when the moon sang, and how the stars loved to peek through its leaves at night. One day the tree whispered, "Tilly, you are kind, curious, and full of wonder. The forest is lucky to have you." Tilly smiled and gave the tree a big hug. "And I'm lucky to have you." One cloudy evening, Tilly found was a curious little girl who loved to lie in the grass and stare up at the clouds. She imagined them as giant whales, castles, and dragons floating through the sky. One quiet afternoon, as the breeze tickled her cheeks and birds chirped nearby, something strange happened. A small puff of cloud drifted down from the sky and hovered right in front of her. The cloud swirled gently and whispered, "Would you like a ride?" Nia gasped, but she wasn't scared. With the cloud lifted Nia high above the trees, past chirping birds and colorful kites, until the ground below looked like a patchwork quilt. Then she saw it, a sparkling cloud carousel floating in the sky. It had soft cloud horses, spinning jelly bean seats, and twinkling stars running the ride. Music floated through the air like wind chimes, made from breezes and star giggles. Nia rode every part of the carousel, laughing, spinning, and soaring through the sky. It was more magical than any dream she'd ever had. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with pink and gold, the stars dimmed the carousel lights. The cloud whispered, "It's time to go, Nia." She gave the stars a gentle hug and waved goodbye to the cloud horses. The little cloud carried her softly back to the meadow just as the stars began to twinkle in the darkening sky. Nia looked up and whispered, "I'll come back." And the clouds above shimmered, almost like they were winking back at her.